I'm back.
With this one. TBK.
Second time doing this. My fault this time.
So,
I'm here watching Jordan Peterson debate on the gay gender pay gap and campus protests and postmodern, whatever that is.
you said it right. Part of postmodern is.
I said it.
I mean, yeah, postmodern and then it's ISM.
Just don't ask me to spell that shit. Okay?
And if you're not 18, please leave.
Thank you. And if you are, please like and subscribe.
Not even please. You know you got to, because ain't nobody better than what's going on right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There's nothing good about it. You don't grow up, you don't find the sort of in their life that sustains them all times. They are certain to encounter all times. And they're left bitter and resentful and without purpose and adrift and
Talking about
hostile
men.
and resentful
I
and
feel like that's
vengeful
people,
and
though.
arrogant and deceitful and,
I mean, it's
and
anybody.
of no use to themselves.
If you don't
and
find
no use to
something that
anyone
keep
else,
you stable
no
through your
partner
hard
for a
times,
woman, nothing in it
you
is
get
good.
old and get
So
bitter.
I mean, that sounds pretty bad. You're saying
It's
there's a
bad.
crisis of masculinity. I mean, what do you do about it?
But like he said, that's
Help.
somebody. That's his opinion,
Help
sir. I'm listening.
People understand why it's necessary and important to grow up and adopt responsibility. Why that isn't a shake your finger and get your act together sort of thing. Why it's more like delineation of the kind of destiny that makes life worth living. I've been telling young men, but it's not. I wasn't specifically aiming this message at young men to begin with. It just
Yeah, that's what it
kind of
says,
turned out
yeah.
that way.
And it's most, to admit, it's most men.
It is.
90% of your audience are men,
Well, it's
right?
about 80% on YouTube, which is YouTube is a male domain primarily, so it's hard to tell how much of it is because you're male and how much of it is because of what I'm saying. But what I've been telling young men, there's an actual reason why they grow up, which is that they have something to offer. You know, that
It's
people
not
have
just
within
dick,
them
nigga.
this capacity to set the world straight that's necessary to manifest it. And that also doing so is where you find the meaning that sustains your life.
And what's gone
So-
wrong then?
Oh God, all sorts of things have gone wrong. I don't think that young men hear words of encouragement. Some
Nope.
of them never in their entire lives, as
Nope.
far as I can tell. That's what they tell me. And
Kyrie,
the
you are
fact
great.
that the
You
words
finna be great.
that I've been speaking, the YouTube lectures that I've done and put online, for
I'm about to
example,
do that shit.
have had such a dramatic impact is an indication that young men
so
are
many
starving
niggas
for
like
this
that.
sort of message. Why in
And
the
don't
world
do
would they
nothing
have
but
to
spit
derive
nothing
it
but
from a
negativity.
lecture on YouTube? No, they're not being taught
I'm
that
finna be great.
that it's
No, you
important
not.
to develop yourself.
Does it bother you that your audience is predominantly
I'm be right back.
male? Does that
Restroom.
Isn't that a bit divisive?
No, I don't think so. I mean, no more divisive than the fact that it's primarily male and Tumblr is
Well, that's
primarily
pretty divisive,
female.
isn't it?
Tumblr is primarily female.
But you're just saying that's the way it is.
Well, I'm not saying anything. It's just an observation that that's the way it is. There's plenty of women that are watching my lectures and coming to my talks and buying my books. It's just that the majority of them happen to be men.
What's in it for the women, though?
Well, what sort of partner? Want an overgrown child? Or do you want someone to contend with that's going to help you? And
So you're
to
saying
rely on?
women have some sort of
Whoa!
crisis masculinity.
But depends on what they want. No, I mean,
He gotta hear
that's
that.
exactly.
Pausing it. I'm getting tired of repeating myself. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back for you, bro.
Back in camera view.
Listen carefully.
That's going to help you.
So you're saying
Rely on.
women have some sort of help fix the crisis masculinity.
But depends on what they want. No, I mean, exactly how I laid it out. Like, women deeply want men who are competent and powerful. And I don't mean power in that they can exert tyrannical control over others. That's not power. That's just corruption. Power is competence. world would you not want a competent partner? Well, I know why, actually. You can't dominate a competent partner. So
You're
if you
saying
want
women
domination,
want to dominate. Is that what you're saying?
no, I'd say women have had their relationships paired, their relationships with men paired, who are afraid of such relationships will settle for a weak partner because they can dominate. But it's a suboptimal.
Do you think that's what a lot of women are doing?
I think there's a substantial minority of women that, and I think it's very bad for them.
I fuck
They're
with his
very
wordplay.
unhappy. It's very bad for their
She said,
partners.
is there,
Although
do you
the
think a
partners
lot of
take
women do
advantage
that?
of not having to
I
take
think
any
very
responsibility.
He's fast,
substantial
trust
What
me.
amount.
gives you right to
He's
say that? I
fast.
mean, maybe that's how women want their relationships, those women. I mean, you're making these vast generalizations.
I'm a clinical psychologist.
Nah, but that's
Right, so
that's
you're saying you've
Let's
done
come
your
up with top
research
two.
and women
She has
are
others written
unhappy
down.
dominating men.
I didn't say they were unhappy dominating men. I said it was a bad long-term solution.
Okay, you said it was
It's not
making
the
them
same
miserable.
thing. Yes. It depends on the time frame. I mean, there's intense pleasure in momentary domination. That's why people do it all the time. But it's no formula for a successful long-term relationship. That's reciprocal, right? Any long-term relationship is reciprocal, virtually by definition. So,
Let me put a quote to you from the book, where you say there are whole disciplines in universities forthrightly hostile towards men. These are the areas of study dominated by the postmodern stroke neo-Marxist claim that Western culture in particular is an oppressive structure created by white men to dominate and exclude women. But then I want to put
minorities too.
Okay, sure. But I want to put to you that here in the UK, for example,
gonna
let's
say.
take that as an example, the gender pay gap stands at just over 9%.
white people just on this planet.
You've got women at the BBC recently saying
They
that
be
the
acting like it
broadcaster
sometimes.
is illegally
Certain
paying
ones.
less than men to do the
Nah,
same
he's a
job.
lot of black
You've
people
got
watching
only
them.
7 women running
No,
the
but I'm
top
saying.
FTSE 100 companies.
Yeah.
So it seems to a lot of women that they're still being dominated and excluded. Quote your words back to you.
It does seem that way, but multivariate analysis of the pay gap really doesn't exist.
But that's just
Doesn't.
not true, is it?
That's
I mean, that
absolutely
9%
true. It
pay
doesn't.
gap, that's a gap between hourly
It
earnings
doesn't
Yeah.
between men and
fucking
women.
But
That
there's
exist.
multiple,
exists.
yeah, but there's multiple reasons
Pause.
for that.
It
One of them
doesn't
is gender, but it's
exist.
not the only one.
Did I miss it? Reiterate what he just said.
Nigga, when women complain about fucking pay,
Yeah.
what the fuck are they complaining for? Everyone makes $15 an hour. What the fuck do you want? I'm so no one. I'm so that's why I be complaining about men don't even be asking for that shit. We want it handed to us. Like I said, women want. Not mine, cause she want me to get me. Give me. Look, that shit's crazy.
Mind boggling.
What? You know how many times this nigga said what about women? And her too?
Like if you're a social scientist, worth your salt,
Oh my
you
god.
never do a univariate analysis. Like you say, well, women in aggregate are paid less than men. Okay, well then we break it down by age, break it down by occupation, break it down by interest, we break it down by personality.
But you're saying basically it doesn't matter if women aren't
Ex-
getting.
Cause by the end of the day, based on that person, you can't base on woman's pay because it's the person who hires that person. Like, for example, we just had a girl that just got hired at our job. She worked for our job for 3 days. I'm not going to say her name. This is online. Bro, she stayed for 3 days. She did a decent job. She fucked up on her car. Never returned.
That's just that. And for anybody who be like, well, it took breaks for women just to do this.
Bro,
and do that.
no, cause I crashed a car at that job 2 years ago. And I stayed and paid my shit off. This motherfucker just dipped. So yes, that shit's stupid to me.
Yeah. It's not depending on anything. Depending on the person you hire.
Stupid to me.
Because if they paying you jack shit, that's because you working there with a work ethic of jack shit. And I'm not saying every job is like that, shit, nigga, but
Shit, I don't see that